I took him back to his old base, about 60 kilometers away from where I was stationed in Mildenhall at the RAF base back in the 1970s. But my dad had not been back since he left there in early 1945. And then I took him on across the English Channel. As we were flying across that channel in a small aircraft, I pointed out the white cliffs of Dover to him, because that had always been the signal to him as a young air crewman that they were safe again. They were within gliding distance of England. And he quietly looked out the window. He said, 71. So what do you mean, Dad? He said, it's my 71st trip across the English Channel. We landed, we went to the cemetery at Normandy. We paid our respects to the thousands of young Americans. Interestingly, those headstones at the Normandy cemetery all face west, looking back to America, looking back to an America that they loved, they defended, they would never go home to again. Those headstones stand there in silent judgment of us today. Judgment on whether or not we're living up to the sacrifices that they made. As we celebrate this Veterans Day, I will suggest to you this country is still in judgment. And it's in judgment to a federal government that has failed all too often the veterans of this country. A veterans administration that has not taken care of the men and women who held their hand up and said, "Here am I, send me." It is up for us. It is up to us to make sure that the promises that we made to those young men and women who have sacrificially served us in this country, that when they come home, we are going to make sure that the promises that we made them, the services that we promised that we would deliver to them, the jobs that should be available to them will be done. So help us God. God bless you all. Thank you for what you do, and God bless this great country of America.